The neglected margins of history reveal moments where a single choice or overlooked actor nearly redefined global norms, politics, and technology, demonstrating that our current way of life is the result of both chance and forgotten resistance. Mainstream historical narratives often center on well-known wars, revolutions, and treaties. However, history is full of lesser-known events whose outcomes could have drastically altered the modern world. From suppressed revolts to failed scientific innovations, the unnoticed chapters of human history reveal just how fragile our societal evolution has been. This report explores 5 such historical events, largely overlooked, yet brimming with world-altering potential. Each represents a fork in the road, where the future teetered on a razor's edge. During the Great Depression in 1933, a group of wealthy businessmen allegedly conspired to overthrow Franklin D. Roosevelt and install a fascist regime in the United States. They approached retired Marine Corps Major General Smedley Butler to lead this coup. Rather than comply, Butler exposed the plan in congressional testimony. Though it received little follow-up and no formal charges were filed, the incident exposed tensions between corporate power and democratic governance. Had the plot succeeded, the U.S. might have aligned with fascist ideologies before World War II, reshaping not only American politics but the global balance of power. In May 1971, a massive solar storm disrupted communications and radar systems during a period of high Cold War tension. Soviet radar systems failed, and the U.S. mistook the radar blackout as possible preparation for a missile strike. What saved the day was the presence of U.S. scientists who correctly attributed the outage to solar activity. Had this scientific insight not been immediately available or trusted, it might have led to a nuclear retaliation. The event remains a sobering reminder of how cosmic phenomena can dangerously intersect with human politics. The most powerful solar storm in recorded history occurred in 1859 and is known as the Carrington event. It caused telegraph systems to catch fire and auroras to be seen as far south as the Caribbean. At the time, its impact was limited due to the relatively primitive state of technology. Had such an event occurred in our hyper-connected modern age, it would cripple GPS, banking, communications, and power grids across the globe. Preparations today are minimal, and the event serves as a historical warning about technological vulnerability. After France's defeat in the Franco-Prussian War in 1871, the working class of Paris established the Paris Commune, a radical socialist government. For 72 days, it implemented social reforms including women's rights, workers' cooperatives, and secular education. The movement was violently crushed by the French government, and its ideals were buried in mainstream history. Had the Commune succeeded or spread to other cities, it might have spurred a global shift towards socialist governance decades before the Bolshevik Revolution. Though often treated humorously, the Great Molasses Flood of 1919 in Boston was a deadly industrial accident where a tank exploded, releasing a wave of molasses that killed 21 people and destroyed buildings. Beyond its tragedy, it led to major reforms in building safety and corporate accountability. Had public pressure not resulted in stricter safety laws, America's industrial expansion might have proceeded with even fewer regulations, leading to far more frequent catastrophic failures and a very different modern workplace safety culture. These 5 historical footnotes remind us that history is not only written by the victors, but is also shaped by the unseen, the buried, and the nearly forgotten. The neglected margins of history reveal just how narrowly the present was preserved and how differently things might have turned out. Each incident serves as a reminder that history is not only the study of what happened, but also a map of what almost did. As we move forward in a world still rife with tension, uncertainty, and innovation, one must ask, What current events are quietly unfolding in the shadows, and will future generations look back on them as the pivot points of tomorrow? Will there be more unseen or unheard history, and where will you be when it happens?